Hey guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and today I have a quick excerpt of Wendy Darling, Volume 2, Seas by Colleen Oakes. This is a retelling of the story of Peter Pan, and I had originally intended to make this video a first impressions as well, but my reading comprehension failed me, and I didn't realize that this was Volume 2, and I haven't read Volume 1, so I'm not going to do that because I think that it wouldn't really work as a first impressions because I'm just kind of being plunged in. And because I haven't read the first book, I don't really know how it leaves off, so though I don't think the part that I'm reading is necessarily spoilery, maybe it is, I'm not sure. It could have ended on a cliffhanger. So if you're a fan of the series and you're afraid of it being spoiled, maybe skip this one, but otherwise I think it's a pretty interesting excerpt and I'm going to get straight into it. So, right from the beginning, Pan Island. Peter knelt beside John, the disgraced general now kneeling in the middle of a circle of lost boys, some looking confused, some angry. His tattered shirt was peppered with drops of blood that seeped down from his shoulders. Peter's red hair fell over his emerald green eyes, once again their normal shade after having burned navy for the past 3 days, following Wendy and Michael's escape. His voice, the one that had previously been screaming poisonous words of anger, now softened to a soothing tone. John, I want to believe that you had no idea that Wendy and Michael would be leaving. I want to, and yet I don't. His hand clutched John's shoulder roughly, his dirty fingernails digging into John's pasty skin. John sniffled. I didn't know she was going, Peter, I swear. I knew she wanted to go, but I thought I could convince her to stay. I didn't know she was going to take a boat. He looked at the ground. And I didn't know she would take Michael. A tear dripped off the end of his nose as he sputtered. Wendy's not that brave. I never thought she would go. Peter sighed, as if the burden of John's guilt weighed heavily upon him. He paced around John in a circle, speaking loudly. You were right about that, John. Wendy is not brave. Wendy was scared. Scared of the feelings she had for me, that they were too much for her weak, womanly heart. Peter stopped pacing and rose up above John, so that his feet were flush with John's head. The lost boys watched him with awe. Peter raised his arms into the air. My sweet love only needed some time to think, and Hook kidnapped her. The lost boys shook their hands in the air with rage as they screamed and cried. Peter continued whipping them into a frenzy. She could have been our mother. She would have been my queen. She was meant to take care of us. 2 of the younger boys were crying. Peter's eyes narrowed as he looked down at John, the pitiful creature now sobbing at his feet. A grin stretched over Peter's face. Don't worry, boys. We'll get her back when the time is right. So that is a quick excerpt from Wendy Darling Volume 2, and as I said, I haven't read the first book, so can't give you too much of a first impressions, other than that makes Peter Pan seem like an absolute psycho, which I think is very in character with Peter Pan, frankly, and it makes me more, curious and makes me want to read the first volume. So let me know if you agree in the comments, and if you have read the first book, let me know your thoughts and whether you think it's something worth picking up. Volume 2 is out now, so you can pick it up if you've been awaiting it or if you too are curious. But that is all for this video. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts and chatting with you in the comments, but until next time, thank you for watching and happy reading!